The cephalocaudal pattern is the sequence in which the earliest growth always occurs at the top of the head. Blank psychologist proposed that men have gradually changed over time to have dispositions that favor competition and risk-taking. Evolutionary psychologists propose that men have gradually changed over time. Which of the following is a characteristic of reciprocal socialization? It is bidirectional. In the word falling, both fall and ing are considered morphemes. Blank is the recognition that an object remains the same even though the retinal image of the object changes as you move toward or away from the object. Size consistency. Size consistency is the recognition that an object remains the same even though the retinal image of the object changes as you move toward or away from the object. Natalie is 4 years old. When she buttons her shirt, she talks to herself and describes the steps. This helps her in self-regulating and guiding her behavior. In the context of cognitive and physical development in early childhood, this scenario illustrates the concept of private speech. Which of the following does the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend to reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome? Infants should be placed to sleep on their backs. When children experience cognitive conflict in trying to understand the world, they shift from one stage to the next. The mechanism through which this shift occurs is called equilibration. One day when baby Mark was crawling around, he fell down the stairs. After the doctor examined him, Mark's parents learned that he had damaged the parietal lobe of the brain. Mark's parents were told to expect that he would have difficulty with registering occipital locations. Eva's mother describes her as a mildly active child. She also feels that Eva's mood is marginally negative. According to Chess and Thomas classification, which of the following characteristics is Eva most likely to demonstrate? Eva displays a low intensity of mood. 8-month-old Andrew suffered brain damage at birth. His identical twin, Alex, had no brain damage. Research on habituation will likely predict that Alex will not habituate as well as Andrew. Alex had no brain damage. He will not habituate as well as Andrew. Amanda is 6 days old. Which of the following statement is true about Amanda's hearing? Amanda is able to hear high-pitched sounds better than low-pitch. 6 days old, they can hear high-pitched sounds better than low-pitched sounds. In the context of types of children's play, which of the following is a form of play that occurs when children engage in self-regulated creation of a product or solution? Constructive play. Diego is in the strange situation with his caregiver. He explores the room and examines the toys that he's been placed in. He uses the caregiver as a secure base from which to explore the room. He would be classified as being securely attached. 9-year-old Tadako's uncle has been taking pictures of her naked body and selling them on the internet. This constitutes as sexual abuse. Blank refers to the meaning of words and sentences. Semantics. Semantics refer to the meaning of words and sentences. Jerome, 6, and Hanny, 10, get up early on Saturday morning to make breakfast in bed for their mother. While reaching for the bed tray in the back of the hall cabinet, they accidentally break their mother's favorite porcelain doll. Jerome knows that he's going to get in big trouble. Hanny tells him not to worry about it, that their mom would understand because it's an accident. In which state would Jean Piaget categorize the moral reasoning of Jerome and Hanny? Jerome, heteronomous mortality. Hanny, autonomous mortality. Which of the following words is an example of a word with a single morpheme? Tram. Tram is a single morpheme. Tram is an example of a word with a single morpheme. An intubated temperament has been associated with high activity in the right frontal lobe of the brain. High activity in the right frontal lobe of the brain is an inhibited temperament. Carl and Tulip are getting a divorce and want to know how they can best communicate the news to their young children. Ellen Galansky and Judy David would suggest that the children are told they are not the cause of the separation. Which of the following refers to teachers' adjustment of their level of support and guidance to the level of their skill of their students? Scaffolding. Scaffolding refers to the teacher's adjustment of their level of support and guidance to the level of their skills of their students. Scaffolding. Which of the following should be minimized in order to improve the eating behavior of children? Competing activities. Competing activities should be minimized in order to improve the eating behavior of children. The results of the study conducted by National Institute of Child Health and Human Development in 1991 indicate that majority of the children care in the first 3 years of life was high quality. Majority of the child care in the first 3 years of life was high quality. Carla is a single mother of a 5-year-old son. She works in a bakery on a manager's salary. Recently, she found out about a government-funded program that provides children from low-income families with the opportunity to acquire the skills important for success in school. The program aims to improve substandard education and alleviate poverty. Carla decides to apply for the program. The program being referred to in this scenario is Project Head Start. According to Benson and Saba, blank describes several operations such as inhibition and planning that are important for flexible, future-oriented behavior and are also connected to theory of mind development. Executive function. Executive function describes several operations such as inhibition and planning that are important for flexible, future-oriented behavior and are also connected to theory of mind development.